I found the email by accident. Claire's laptop glowed on the kitchen counter. A digital confession left unguarded in the dark. Subject: miss you, see you soon. Not from me. My stomach lurched. The kind of sick you get when your world tilts. I clicked. Can't wait to hold you, baby. Wrote some guy named Ethan. My hands trembled. The cold ceramic of my coffee mug grounding me. 20 years of marriage, and this? I thought we were solid, mortgage paid, tidy Chicago suburb. Her yoga retreats, my AI consulting gigs, keeping us afloat in this shaky 2025 economy. Sure, we drifted, bickering over bills or her late nights at the office, but betrayal? Not Claire. She's the one who tears up at TikTok dog rescues, who leaves me post-it notes with smiley faces. I scrolled. Plane tickets to Denver. We live in Chicago. Why is she flying there? Alone? The email was cryptic, careful, like they knew someone might snoop. The usual spot, Ethan wrote. My brain raced. Was she sneaking off her weekends with this jerk? I pictured her sipping Merlot, her laugh, my laugh, stolen by some jerk. My chest tightened, a vice of rage and shame. I checked her calendar again. Another conference next week. Denver, naturally. That sticky note, D, called E, sat on my desk, a paper grenade. I Googled Denver hotels, cross-referenced her trips. Zilch. She's too slick. Then, a ping. Heard I'd moved, not to lunch, but to Evanston, a leafy street north of Chicago. Not her office. My pulse hammered. I grabbed my keys, the leather steering wheel icy under my palms. The drive blurred, Wacker Drive skyscrapers looming like silent judges. I parked a block from her silver SUV, gleaming in a driveway. A house, modern, sleek, way above our pay grade. Whose was it? I waited, heart pounding, the air heavy with exhaust and betrayal. An hour later, she stepped out, not alone. A man, tall, gray suit, maybe Ethan, hugged her, brief but close. My vision narrowed. I snapped a photo, phone shaking. No kiss, but that hug? It wasn't casual. She drove off, and I tailed her, keeping distance like some budget PI. She went straight to her office, cool as ever. I looped back to that house, mind churning. Public record showed a trust on it. No names. Shady. Back home, I dug deeper. Her laptop was locked now, new password. Since when? I tried our anniversary. Denied. My fists clenched, knuckles white. She'd changed it after last night. She knew I'd seen something. My whiskey glass sweated on the desk, the oak scent sharp, grounding me. I checked her socials. Nothing odd, just yoga poses, meal preps, her curated life. Too clean. Then a notification, a new story. Her at a cafe, smiling, captioned, grateful. Grateful for what? Her secret life? I scrolled her followers, found an Ethan underscore in Denver. Private profile bio, finance, family man. Family man? My blood boiled. Was he married too? Or was family with Claire? I pulled our Wi-Fi logs, job perk. Her phone had hit a Denver IP last month. Late at night. Not a hotel, a residential address. I mapped it, a suburb outside Denver. A house. Not a fling, a whole damn life. I leaned back, my chair creaking like my sanity. Confront her? Too soon. I needed proof to crack her lies wide open. That night, she cooked, humming, her knife slicing peppers with surgical precision. You okay, Han? She asked, eyes soft, innocent. I nodded, choking on rage. Her phone buzzed, face down on the counter. She ignored it, but I saw the screen flicker. Ethan? Or someone else? I poured whiskey, the burn my only ally. What's worse than betrayal? Knowing you're not enough. Would you keep digging, or let her walk all over you? I hacked her email. Not exactly ethical, but neither is whatever she's pulling. Last night's whiskey still burned in my veins as I sat in my office, the pre-dawn glow casting shadows across my desk. Claire slept upstairs, oblivious, her lavender scent lingering like a ghost. I used a password cracker, perks of knowing AI systems, and got in. Her inbox was a maze, hundreds of messages, most mundane. But there, buried in a folder labeled Work Miscellaneous, was another email from Ethan. Need to talk about the house. Kids miss you. Kids? My heart stopped. Not just a fling. A family. I stare at the screen. The words blurring. The hum of my computer fan loud as a jet. Kids? Plural? I pictured tiny faces, her eyes and theirs, a life I wasn't part of. My coffee went cold, its bitter steam curling like doubt. I dug deeper. Another email mentioned a joint account for our future. Our? I checked our bank again. Still clean. Too clean. She's covering tracks like a pro. Then a calendar invite. Denver family dinner. My throat tightened. I imagined her at a table, laughing, passing mashed potatoes to kids who weren't ours. We never had kids. Her choice, she said. Career first. I bought it. What a fool. Mid-morning, I drove to her office. The Chicago skyline jagged against the gray sky. I parked across the street, watching her building's glass doors. She'd left early, claiming a meeting. The trackers showed her ecstatic. But not here. Back at that Evanston house. Again, my fingers gripped the wheel, knuckles white. I drove there, the radio static buzzing like my thoughts. The house looked smug, its windows reflecting my warped face. No sign of her SUV. Had she slipped away? I walked the block, the air sharp with cut grass and betrayal. A neighbor's dog barked, shrill, accusing. Back home, I found her briefcase, left behind. Sloppy for her. Inside, a receipt. Denver car rental, dated last month. Not a hotel shuttle. A family van. My stomach churned. Then a photo slid out, a Polaroid. Faded, of Claire with 2 kids, maybe 6 and 8, at a park. Not ours. Hers. The boy had her smile, the girl her freckles. My hands shook. Who took the photo? Ethan? I flipped it over. Summer 23. Love you always. My world cracked. I stuffed the photo back, my pulse a drumbeat. That night, she came home late, her hair damp from a shower. Long day, she said, kissing my cheek. Her lips felt like a lie. I nodded, playing the doting husband, my smile a mask. Her phone vibrated in her bag. Ignored. I poured wine, the glass cool, its red glow like blood under the light. She talked about work, some AI startup pitch, but her eyes darted. Nervous. She knew I was close. I checked the tracker later. She'd been to a storage unit in Evanston. What's she hiding? Another life? Money? I could confront her, watch her squirm. Or keep digging, let her think she's winning. My job's about patterns. AI spots lies in data, not outbursts. But this was personal. What's a man worth when his life's a lie? Would you burn it down or play her game? I broke into her storage unit. Yeah, I'm that guy now, sneaking around like a low-rent spy. Claire's tracker led me to an Evanston facility, a gray maze of metal doors under flickering lights. Midnight air was damp, smelling of rust and regret. I'd found a key in her briefcase, tucked in a hidden pocket, its edge worn smooth. My breath caught as the lock clicked open, the door groaning like it knew my shame. Inside, boxes stacked high, labeled in her neat script. Denver. My flashlight beam danced, catching dust motes like secrets. I tore into one. Photo albums, not ours. Claire with those kids from the Polaroid, older now, at birthdays, soccer games. A man, Ethan, grinning beside her, his arm around her waist. My stomach twisted. A family, frozen in time, without me. Another box held documents. A lease for a Denver house. Her name on it. Not a fling. A whole life, built brick by brick. I found a bank statement. A joint account with Ethan. 6 figures. Where'd that come from? Our Chicago account's barely afloat in this 2025 mess. AI gigs don't pay like they used to. My hands shook, the paper crinkling. Was she siphoning money? Or worse? I pocketed a statement, my pulse loud as a drum. Then a kid's drawing slid out, a stick figure family, labeled Mommy, Daddy, Us. Mommy. Claire. My vision blurred. I wanted to torch the place, let her lies burn. Instead, I locked up, the key heavy in my pocket. Driving home, Chicago's neon lights smeared like my thoughts. Claire was asleep, her face soft, a stranger's mask. I sat in the dark, whiskey burning my throat, the bank statement crumpled in my fist. Why keep this here, not Denver? Was Evanston her staging ground? I checked her phone logs, job perk, hacking Wi-Fi. Late-night calls to a Denver number, not Ethan's. Who else was in on this? Midday, I followed her tracker to a cafe. She sat alone, scrolling her phone, her latte steaming. I stayed outside, the wind sharp with city grit. A man joined her, not Ethan. Older, suit crisp as a dollar bill. They talked, heads close, her smile tight. I snapped a photo, my breath fogging the car window. Who was he? Another player in her game? I tailed her back to Evanston, that sleek house mocking me. She didn't go in, just parked, stared at it, then left. Weird. Back home, I found her laptop open, sloppy. An email draft unsent. Ethan, we need to talk about the kids' school. Chicago's getting risky. Risky? Was she planning to leave me? Or was I the risk? That night, dinner was quiet. She sliced chicken, her knife glinting, precise. You seem off, she said, eyes searching. I shrugged, my smile tight. Work's a bummer. Her phone buzzed, face down. She didn't check it, but I saw her tense. She's scared, I know. I poured wine. The glass cool, its red glow like a warning. I could confront her, watch her crumble. But I need more. Proof she can't dodge. My job's about patterns. AI spots lies in data, not tears. I checked the tracker later. She'd visited a lawyer's office downtown. Divorce? Or something shadier? What's a man do when his wife's a ghost in his life? Would you let her slip away? Or drag her secrets into the light? I called the lawyer's office. Desperate times, right? Claire's tracker showed her there yesterday, and I needed answers. The receptionist stonewalled me, her voice crisp as the autumn air outside. Client confidentiality, she said, like I was some nobody. I hung up, the phone's plastic warm in my grip. My office dim with Chicago's gray dawn. Claire was downstairs, brewing coffee, its bitter aroma taunting me. I'd spent the night piecing her lies together. Denver house, kids, Ethan, that fat bank account. Was she planning to ditch me? Or worse, was I the loose end? I checked her email again, using the cracker. A new message from Ethan. Talk to the kids' school. They're set for next term. My chest burned. She wasn't just visiting them. She was planning their future. Without me, I found a deleted email. Recover from the trash. Claire, the trust's ready. Meet me in Denver to sign. Trust? The same one tied to the Evanston house? My jobs taught me trust hide money, or people. I Googled the lawyer's firm. They specialize in estates, family law, divorce, or something shadier, like funneling cash. I picture her signing papers, her pen steady, erasing me. Midday. I followed her tracker to a cafe. She sat alone, scrolling her phone, her latte steaming. I stayed outside, the wind sharp with city grit. A man joined her, not Ethan, older, suit crisp as a dollar bill. They talked, heads close, her smile tight. I snapped a photo, my breath fogging the car window. Who was he? Another player in her game? I tailed her back to Evanston, that sleek house mocking me. She didn't go in, just parked, stared at it, then left. Weird. Back home, I dug through a briefcase again. A business card. Mark Ellison, attorney, Denver. Not the Chicago lawyer. My pulse raced. 2 lawyers? I Googled him. Family law. Trusts? Same deal. Was she splitting assets? Or lives? That night, she cooked pasta, the kitchen warm with garlic and lies. You're quiet, she said, her eyes probing. I shrugged, twirling spaghetti, the fork heavy. Work's a mess. Her phone buzzed, face down. She ignored it, but her fingers twitched. She's nervous. I poured wine, the glass cool, its red glow like blood under the light. Later, I checked the tracker. She'd gone to a bank, not ours. I hacked our joint accounts logs, small transfers monthly to an account I didn't know. Not enough to notice, but over years, thousands. My blood boiled. Was she bleeding us dry for her Denver life? I found a photo on her cloud, buried deep. Claire, Ethan, the kids, a Christmas tree sparkling. Not our tree. My throat closed. I could confront her, watch her squirm. But what if she's dangerous? My AI work spots patterns, her scream control. I lean back, the chair creaking. The whiskey's burned my only anchor. I checked her socials. A new post. Family is everything. The gall. Was I ever a family? Or just a prop? The clock blinked 2 a.m. Its red glow cold. I found a text on her phone, unsent. Mark, need the papers AAP. Papers for what? Divorce? Or something that'd bury me deeper? What'd a man do when his wife's a stranger? Would you trust her or tear her world apart? I flew to Denver. Screw playing it safe. Claire's lives were a house of cards, and I wanted to kick it down. Her tracker showed her at home, but I booked a red-eye, using miles she didn't know about. The plane's hum was a low growl. The cabin air stale with recycled dreams. I landed at dawn, the Rocky Mountains sharp against the pink sky, mocking my unraveling life. I'd mapped her Denver address from the lease. A tidy suburb, picket fences, the works. My rental car smelled of cheap pine cleaner, the wheel slick under my palms. I drove to her other life, heart pounding like a bad drum solo. The house was cozy, brick, with kids' bikes on the lawn. I parked across the street, the morning dew cold on my shoes. A studier, a woman, not Claire, stepped out, blonde-harried, herding 2 kids. The girl from the Polaroid, maybe 10 now, clutched a backpack. My throat tightened. Was this Ethan's wife? Or another layer of Claire's game? I snapped photos. My phones clicked loud in the quiet. The woman drove off, kids in tow. I waited. Nobody else. Was Ethan even real? Back at my hotel, a budget joint off I-25, I dug into the bank statement I'd swiped. The joint account with Ethan had transfers to another LLC, tied to that Evanston trust. My AI skills kicked in pattern analysis. The money flowed in circles, Chicago to Denver, back again. Was she laundering cash? Or hiding it for her exit? I Googled the kid's school from Ethan's email. Private, pricey. Tuition paid by the same LLC. My head spun. Claire's salary doesn't cover that. Mine barely keeps us afloat in this 2025 economy. With AI gigs drying up, midday I drove back to the house. A man, Ethan, I assumed, mowed the lawn, his gray shirt damp. Not the suit from Evanston. I watched. The grass scent sharp, my car's AC rattling. He looked normal. A dad, not a villain. My gut twisted. Was I the bad guy, stalking a stranger's life? I checked Claire's tracker. She was at yoga in Chicago. Or so she claimed. I hacked her cloud again. Found a video. Claire, those kids. A beach, laughing. Ethan's voice behind the camera. Love you, babe. My chest burned. I could storm that house. Demand answers. But what if Ethan didn't know about me? That night, I sat in the hotel bar, whiskey sour biting my tongue. A TV droned about economic instability. AI layoffs. My life summed up. I emailed the Denver lawyer, Mark Ellison, posing as a client. No reply yet. Claire's unsent text. Mark, need the papers at AP. Haunted me. Papers for what? Divorce? A new identity? I checked her socials. A new story. Her at a Denver park captioned, Home. Home? My chest burned. Was Chicago just her cover? I leaned back, the chair creaking, the city's lights blinking like eyes watching me. I found a scanned ID, Claire's face, a different name. Claire Ellison. My blood froze. Ellison, like the lawyer? Was she related? Or stealing a name? I could fly home, confront her, watch her lies crack. But I needed more. Proof she couldn't spin. My job's about data, not drama. I stare at the Denver skyline, lights blinking like lies. What's a man do when his wife's a phantom? Would you chase her truth or let her vanish? I met Ethan's mother. It wasn't planned, just fate sneering at my unraveling life. I'd stayed in Denver, staking out that suburban brick house, the morning air sharp with pine, and the sting of betrayal. A woman, not Sarah, older, gray-haired, weary, pulled into the driveway, unloading groceries. I'd cross-checked records. Margaret Sullivan, Ethan's mom, listed on the house's old title. I approached, my boots crunching gravel, heart pounding like a busted engine. "Know Claire?" I asked casual, my palms damp. Her eyes narrowed, lips tight, like she'd tasted something bitter. "Why were you asking?" she snapped, her voice rough as sandpaper. My gut sank. She knew Claire. I mumbled about a work mix-up, backed off. Her stare burned holes in me as I retreated to my rental car, its heater rattling. Back at the hotel, a dingy spot off I-25, the room's stale air was thick with my doubts. Margaret's reaction wasn't surprise. It was fear. Why? I hacked Claire's cloud again, my laptop some a grim companion. A new file, a trust document, partial, naming Claire Ellison as beneficiary. Not my Claire, right? But that scanned ID, Claire Ellison, her face, mocked me. Was she stealing a name? Or was that her real one? My whiskey glass sweated on the desk, its oak scent sharp, grounding me. I dug into the LLCs. The Evanston House, Denver House, kids' tuition, all tied to the same trust. Money flowed through them, thousands, maybe millions. Claire's marketing job doesn't pay that. My AI gigs barely keep us afloat in this 2025 mess. Layoffs looming, economy tanking. Was she running a scam? Or married Ethan for cash? Midday, I tailed Margaret to the diner. She met the suit from Claire's Chicago cafe meeting. Not Ethan, older, his tie crisp as a dollar bill. They whispered, her hands trembling. I snapped photos. The cameras clicked loud in my ears. Who was he? Another lawyer? A partner in Claire's game? I checked Claire's tracker. She was at her Chicago office, or so it claimed. I pulled her phone's GPS logs. A glitch. Heard that pinged Denver last week. Same day she was home cooking dinner. How? A second phone? My head spun. That night, I emailed Mark Ellison, the Denver lawyer, posing as a client. No reply. I found his office, a glass tower downtown. The lobby's marble was cold underfoot. His secretary brushed me off, but I glimpsed a photo on her desk. Mark, Claire, those kids. Smiling. My blood froze. Was Mark her brother? Or more? Back at the hotel, I found a deleted voicemail on Claire's cloud. Margaret's voice shaky. "Claire, he's asking questions. We need to move the plan." He? Me? Or someone else? I picture Claire pulling strings, her yoga calm a lie, her smile a blade. My job's about patterns. AI spots fraud in data, not hearts. Claire's scream control. I could fly home, confront her, watch her lies crack. But what if Margaret's on it? Or Ethan? I checked Claire's socials. A new story. Her at a Denver park caption. Home. Home? My chest burned. Was Chicago just a stage? I leaned back, the chair creaking, Denver skyline blinking like eyes watching me. I found an unsent text on her phone. Margaret's panicking. Handle it. Handle what? Me? Or the money? What's a man do when his life's a script he didn't write? Would you trust your eyes, or tear the whole stage down? I found her second phone, tucked in her gym bag, a cheap burner, no lock, like she thought I'd never look. Back in Chicago. The house was quiet, the air thick with her lavender scent and my paranoia. I'd flown home from Denver, my head a mess of Margaret's fear, Mark's photo, and Claire's fake name. The burner screen glowed, a text from M, plans on, meet me at the house. My pulse spiked. M for Mark? Margaret? I scrolled. Messages Ethan, cryptic. Kids are fine, don't worry. My hand shook. The phone's plastic warm, slick with my sweat. Was she running 2 lives from this thing? I pocketed it, my breath shallow. The kitchen clock ticked, loud as a bomb. I checked her tracker. Her real phone was at yoga, but this burner hadn't moved. Sloppy. I hacked its logs. Pings in Denver, Evanston, Chicago, syncing with her work trips. My AI rig hummed, analyzing patterns. The burner tied to a Denver number, not Ethan's. Mark's? I dug into the trust documents again. The LLCs were shells moving money, hundreds of thousands, through accounts I couldn't trace. Claire's marketing job doesn't pay that. Was she embezzling? Or worse, was Ethan her mark? Midday, I tailed her to Evanston, that sleek house looming like a smirk. She went inside, stayed 20 minutes, left with a folder. I followed. The city's exhaust bitter in my throat. She met the suit from the cafe at a park, handing him the folder. He nodded, grim. I snapped photos. My cameras click a guilty pulse. Who was he? Her handler? I checked the burner later. A new text. Sarah's asking questions. Shut her down. Sarah, Ethan's wife? My chest burned. Was Claire pulling her strings too? That night, she came home, humming, her hair damp from a shower. Good class. I asked, my voice tight, a mask. She smiled, oblivious. Best one yet. Her real phone buzzed, face down. She ignored it, but her eyes flicked. She's wired. I poured wine. The glass cool, its red glow like a lie caught in light. I could smash it, demand answers. But what if she's dangerous? My job's taught me control. AI catches lies in code, not confessions. I checked the burner again. A voicemail deleted but recoverable. Mark's voice low. Claire, the kid's trust is set. You're free. Free? From me? Or something bigger? I Googled Mark Ellison. His firm site had a new post. Protecting your legacy in uncertain times. 2025's economy, tanking hard, flashed on my TV. AI layoffs, market shaky. Was Claire hedging bets? Or building an empire? I found a photo on her cloud. Her, Mark, the kids, a Denver sunset. Not Ethan. My throat closed. Was Mark the real husband? Or brother? I leaned back, the chair creaking. The whiskey's burned my only friend. I could confront her, watch her lies collapse. But what if I'm the pawn? The burner pinged, a new text. Meet me in Denver. It's time. Time for what? To run? Or to bury me? What's a man do when his wife's a shadow, slipping through his fingers? Would you play her game, or burn her world to ash? I confronted her shadow. Not Claire, not yet Sarah, Ethan's wife, in Denver. I flew back. The planes rumble a dark echo of my racing pulse. The burner phone's text. Meet me in Denver. It's time. Gnawed at me. Time for what? To erase me? Or her secret life? I landed at dusk, the Rockies glowing like a jagged warning. Sarah's minivan was parked at a strip mall. Her kids' laughter spilling from a pizza joint, the air thick with fryer grease and neon's electric hum. I approached, my boots scuffed solving asphalt, heart hammering. Sarah, we need to talk, I said, voice steady, masking the chaos inside. Her face drained of color, eyes darting like a cornered deer. You're him, she whispered, clutching her purse, her nails bitten raw. Him? The threat Claire warned her about? I pressed, Claire, Ethan, the kids, the money. She flinched at Claire's name, her voice a hiss. She's not who you think. My gut twisted. Not who I think. My wife of 20 years, my anchor? I pushed for more, but she bolted, leaving a pizza slice, cheese congealing like my trust. I tailed her to the Denver house, my rental car's tires humming on the quiet streets, the night air sharp with pine. She didn't go in, just sat in her van, head in hands, shoulders shaking. Was she a victim? Or another pawn in Claire's game? Back at my hotel, the room's thin curtains let in Denver city light. Cold as my doubts. I hacked the burner again. A new text from M. He's here. Move now. He's me. They know I'm close. I dug into Claire's cloud, more trust documents, naming Claire Ellison as trustee for 2 kids, not ours. My hands shook, the laptop's fan whirring like a grim chorus. The money trail deepened. Transfers to offshore accounts, masked by LLCs. Claire's marketing job doesn't touch that kind of cash. Was she a con artist Bleeding Ethan dry? Or protecting something darker? Midday, I staked out Mark's office, its glass tower gleaming like a lie. He left, briefcase in hand, stride tense. I followed to a bank, its doors reflecting my hollow face. He deposited something, then drove to the Denver house. Sarah met him, handed a folder, her eyes red. My camera clicked, swallowed by traffic's drone. Was Mark her brother? Or Claire's real husband? I checked Claire's tracker. She was in Chicago, but the burner pinged Denver yesterday. How? A double? I found a deleted email. Claire to Mark. The kid's future is set. He can't know. Me. My chest burned. Was I the obstacle to her perfect life? That night, I sat in a dive bar, whiskey sour biting my tongue, the TV blaring about 2025's market crash, AI scams, layoffs. My life in neon headlines. I checked her socials. A new post, Claire in yoga gear, captioned, "Finding peace." Peace? While I'm drowning in her lies. I could fly home, slam the burner on the table, watch her mask crack. But what if she's untouchable, a ghost I never caught? My AI works spots patterns. Data doesn't lie, but Claire does. I found a photo on her cloud. Her Mark the kids at a lake, her smile radiant. Not for me. My throat closed, raw. Was I ever home? Or just a prop in her Chicago act? The burner pinged again. Tonight, Denver. Sarah's out. Final steps. Final steps for what? To vanish? Or to bury me? I leaned back, the barstool creaking, the city's pulse mocking mine. What's a man do when his wife's a myth he loved? Would you forgive her? Or shatter her world before she shatters yours? I faced her at last. Not in Chicago, but Denver, where her real life pulsed. The burner's text. Tonight, Denver. Sarah's out. Final steps. Drove me to their house. The night air cold, sharp with pine and my resolve. I parked a block away. The street silent, the brick house glowing like a stage set. Claire's SUV was there, not Ethan's. My breath fogged, heart pounding as I slipped to the back door, unlocked with the key from her briefcase. Inside, the kitchen smelled of fresh coffee and lies, the hardwood cool under my boots. Voices murmured. Claire's soft and Mark's urgent. I crept closer, the living room lit by a single lamp, casting shadows like my doubts. Claire held papers, her face tight. "It's done," she said. "The trust secure. He'll never know." Me, my chest burned, raw. I stepped in, the floor creaking. Her eyes widened, papers falling like dead leaves. "You," she whispered, voice cracking. Mark froze, his suit rumpled, not the lawyer I'd imagined. He was her brother. "Get out," he growled, but I laughed, a bitter sound. 20 years, Claire. Kids? A whole life. She didn't flinch, just stared, her yoga kama mask. "You weren't supposed to know," she said, voice low, steady. "Know what? That I was her cover? Her Chicago prop, while she built a family with Ethan? Or worse?" She stepped closer, her lavender scent choking me. "It's not what you think," she said. "Ethan's gone. Dead. 2 years." My head spun. Dead? Then why the text? The money? Mark cut in. She was protecting them. From you. Me? The fool who loved her? I saw the kids' photos on the wall. Their smiles hers. My throat closed. The money! I rasped. The LLCs, the trust, whose is it? Claire's eyes flickered. Mine. From Dad's estate. Hidden for them. Her kids, not ours. My AI worked scream patterns. Her transfers, offshore accounts, weren't scams. They were her escape. From a marriage she never wanted. Why me? I asked, voice breaking. She looked away. The lamp's glow harsh on her face. "You were safe," she said, soft, brutal. "Safe. A cage." Mark handed me papers. Divorce forms, my name typed neat. "Sign," he said. "Walk away." My hands shook, the pen heavy. I could fight. Expose her, drag her lies into court. But for what? Pride? Revenge? The kids' laughter echoed in my memory. Not mine, never mine. I signed. The ink black as my heart. You're free, I said, my voice a ghost. She nodded, tears falling real or staged. I walked out. The doors clicked final, the night swallowing me. Back in Chicago, I packed a bag. Our house empty, her scent fading. The TV droned. 2025's economy crashing. AI jobs gone. My life in ruins. I left her ring on the counter, glinting like a lie. I could have burned her world, told Sarah, the kids, everyone. But I chose silence, a bitter mercy. My job's about data. Patterns don't lie, but love does. I drove west, the city shrinking in my mirror, my future blank. Was I the villain, chasing her truth? Or the fool, loving her lie? What's a man do when his life was never his? Would you forgive or keep running?